Whoever liked before we even got started, you dope for that. You so dope for that. Appreciate that. Rise, everybody. Rise. Talk to me. Go ahead and hit those likes as soon as you come on. Today is number 11. Today is number 11. We're going to talk about the basics of vibrating. 101, right? Get it? Today is number 11. So we're talking about the basics of vibration. 101. Remember when Neo, he was in the room 101? It was like he was trying to tell you, what do we usually the term for 101 meaning, right? What does 101 mean, family? Hey, that's it. That's peace right there, King. Welcome in. Rise, Erica. What does 101, family? Pronounced 101. It's a topic for beginners in any area, right? 101 for beginners, we call it 101. Isn't that funny? When a woman is giving birth, her legs are up. Her legs are up 101, 1, yoni 1. We come through the 0, we come through the portal. Yeah, 101 for beginning, right? Y'all know how Neo was in the room 101. Because he was the one, right? And Trinity was in room 303. So 101, family. Because today is the 11th episode, so I just ordered the 11th rise, the 11th matrix. So I wanted to keep those numbers consistent, family. Yeah, spiritual awakening, birth, you are the one. So we're going to talk about vibrating, and we're going to talk about what it's like to manifest things to you via vibration. And we're going to deal with the very basics of it, okay? We are also going to talk about being man-made, okay? What that means. So I want you to remind me if I forget this. Give me 1 second. Let me greet you guys. This is about to be a beautiful build, family. So I'm just going to start over and I'm going to go down. I just want to say what's up, okay? King Griefone said he's been here every single day for growth. That's dope. It's another opportunity to grow. Cher says, hey kid, what's up with you, Cher? A portal, you're right, Beasley. Shantae, peace to you. Cher says, thank you for all you've been sharing. Hey, I'm so honored that you guys are here to receive it. Okay, so thank you so much. Talisa, peace. All right, Leona, peace to you. Mo, greetings to you. Shatika, blessings. Infinite soul. Yesy, great rise to you. Truly, 17, love and peace to you, chosen one. 101 is the beginning, absolutely. Okay, hi to you, Marnie. Alchemist in book, peace, God. Dylan said, let's go, kid, all the way from South Africa. Okay, salute South Africa, man. Excited to have you. Sway J, yo, what's up with you? Taiwan, I see you. Ruth, peace to you. I'm honored. Thank you. Thank you guys for being a part of it. Thank you for contributing. Let's go ahead and hit those likes, family. We're going to go ahead and get started in this. We're going to talk about the basics of vibration. I am so excited. Thank you so much, Patrick Sanders. Thank you so much, Leona. Thank you, Mo, Boiti, Marnie, Enlightened One, Ronnie. If I miss you, I'm so sorry. Keep commenting. I promise you I will catch you. Rose Reese, what's up with you? Crystal, peace and blessings to you. And Valerie, thank you so much. I'm going to be amongst your presence as well. Alabama, peace to you. Rise, Queen Lacey, thank you for coming into the room. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I would forget. See these Rise shirts right here? So they are available on www.betheevolution.org. Rise from the Matrix, man. Help support what we're doing and get y'all a shirt, man, okay? Y'all like to fire up with me, man, so we can be rocking the same shirt and everything. Let's go. All right, so we'll get those out to y'all as soon as you make those orders, family. They're available right now on www.betheevolution.org. All right? As a matter of fact, I'll be giving one of these shirts away to one of you guys tonight, okay? So stay. Absolutely, they will be available tonight. Okay, Jamie, we'll make them available tonight. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And guys, I will be giving one away to one of you guys. Whoever's cooperative, whoever's offering a lot of contribution, get ready, family, because I'm going to be calling your name, okay? So we're going to talk about the basics of vibration. So who's very new to manifesting and vibrating? Who's still having a hard time with manifesting the reality that they desire? Who's in here? Who's on the chat tonight, or who's on the live tonight, who says, like, you know, there are things I want, but I hear this manifestation stuff. Frankly, I'm not having much luck with it. You know, it sounds good, but you know, I'm not having much trouble. I'm not having much luck with it. I'd like for it to be true. It sounds good. I'd like to really truly be able to manifest, though, to really bring into reality the things that's in my mind's eye, because you know, it sounds good. You know what I mean? So now, if you are here and you're saying, hey, I've been manifesting since we've been doing these Rise meetings, and I have been seeing improvements, I have been seeing things manifest, let me know that too. I would like that. Tim Jones says, I've been manifesting. Most of I am, right? Many of you guys says, William says, I'm getting the hang of it. Beautiful. Me, I am. Carmela says, I am. So I think that is a lot of you guys saying, okay, I'm still trying to manifest. I'm still trying to conjure, right? I am. Okay. That's beautiful. Thank you guys for being so honest, man. Please don't pretend that these things are working for you yet, or that you can see it working. It's working for you. It's always working. Okay. Just know that. But the key is sometimes it's not evident. Sometimes you can't see the signs. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand what these signs look like, so you can know. The sooner you can come into knowing, and you can truly know without a shadow of a doubt, meaning being confident that you are manifested, that you can wield things out of your mind's eye. The sooner you can become truly confident in that, you'll be on the right path, family. Just the doubt is a lot of times what gets in the way of what we want to manifest, but we're always manifesting. Dion the Goddess says, peace, King. I understand your message about not being behind. I am. Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you so much for your giving. Thank you so much. She sent the frequency of one, family. We're the one, right? You see a glimpse of the pictures. Okay, still working on it, but I do believe. Okay, great. The problem is not learning, but unlearning. You're absolutely right, Valerie. How do you let go? How do you release? Okay, so today we're going to deal with the basics of vibration. Okay, I will, Jamie. Hopefully you text this one. Okay, message this one so I don't have to get off of YouTube. Okay. Answer that crazy. Porsche, Jamie. Okay, Jamie. Porsche. Done. Perfect. All right, so peace, everybody. Y'all ready? We are about to deal with the basics, okay, of vibration. But to do that, I have to deal with what one of the beautiful souls said there, is that it's hard to unlearn. So if you don't mind, family, can we unlearn before we learn this rise? Can we break? Can we have a tear away before we build up this morning? I say this morning, but no, this rise. Every day is rise, regardless if it's light outside, dark outside. We always rising. We always vibrating, right? Leona says yes. Okay, so Leona's she's cool with unlearning some things right now. Okay, I like that. Positive vibrations to feel. Absolutely. I hope these tones are not too loud for you guys. Let me know. I'm about to get into it, family. Trust me. I just want you guys on one accord. Let's get those likes up, family. Hit the like button for me. Are you guys ready to do a little bit of melting before we take on this message? Okay, before we build, let's deal with unlearning. Let's deal with letting go. Some things that we may have accepted was us. Some things we may have decided was us, and this is what keeps us from manifesting our truest self. That's true. Beat to beat. You have to be patient with yourself, just like you would a plant. You wouldn't expect fruit to grow off of a small little sprout, right? That's right, Jabal. You must die. You got to get rid of this person that you are today if you're going to be the person that you want to be in the now. You shed that person at the same time you become. And that's the thing about it. You won't be alone. You won't be alone. It's scary, but as soon as you shed that person, you will be. You understand? Because it's all the things that you're carrying, family, that's keeping you from accessing that truest you. I'll have you know, you've been this person before, and you can see this person. It's as high as you can manifest yourself in your mind. You see that person. I'm telling you, that is you. You just got to remove all of the crap you've been taught, all the things you've accepted was you. You don't think that you can go out and be this person. That's good that you started replanting, clown. That's dope. Start with a fresh mind, absolutely, family. So are we ready? Somebody say I'm ready to receive, so we can get on with this build. Be honest with the universe. Say I'm ready to receive it. Prepare your mind to receive it, family. You don't want this to just slip away like another message you hear. Yep. Yes. Okay. Hang on, guys. Y'all texting I'm ready, right? I'm ready to receive. Okay, keep on texting it, family. Give me 1 second. Perfect, family. It's like I tell you guys, it's your admission of self that opens the universe up, okay? It's you being honest. It's not you lying, okay? So I appreciate you guys being honest, and I am ready to receive. So let's get on with it, right? So, family, somebody type in, what's the difference? Somebody tell me, what's the difference between create and make, okay? Tell me, what's the difference between create and make? These are two very different words, but we use them simultaneously, right? See, Kenya says nothing. Most people would say nothing's different. But see, Kenya, I'm so glad you're here today. This is why you came on, just so you can see that there is a difference. Because you'll see that this is likely what has us locked up, not knowing the difference between create and make. Okay? Y'all ready to receive, right? So let's deal with this. Make. The definition is here. The definition means to form by putting parts together or combining substances, to construct or create. And that's funny that word create is in there, showing that these words can be used simultaneously, right? But it means to form, right? To form something, putting parts together or combining substances, construct. Now watch this, because we're about to get a breakthrough. What does create mean? The tone create means bring something into existence. Bring something into existence. Now those are two very different things. You understand? Because make means to form something with things that have already been created. Created means to bring something into existence. Two very different things. Give you an idea, because I love my analogies. Let's take a clay pot. A potter, right, would form a clay pot from clay. Well, he's making the clay pot. He didn't create the dirt. You understand? The dirt is into existence. It's already here. You understand? So what he's wielding or forming is a clay pot. So really, what is this pot once he's done with it? Is it not still dirt? It's formed. He made it into a clay pot, or she made it into a clay pot, but it's still dirt, right? Just what is it made of? What is it? We would say it's a clay pot. It's a teapot, right? Or it's a coffee pot, or it's a pan, or it's a coffee mug, right? Whatever he forms it into, that's what we would say it is. But really, though, it's dirt formed into that, correct? Are we understanding? Now I want you guys to think about this. We talked about the other day how animals aren't what we call them, right? We accept what we call them, and we live like that's what they are, right? So we call these creatures around us, these beings around us, certain names. And because we call them these names, we become more comfortable with them, believing that actually is a dog, that actually is a cat, that actually is a giraffe, that actually is a moose, right? Now, that's making. That's not creating. That giraffe is not really a giraffe. You're projecting that. So what is it? Now, to the giraffe, that's not important, because the giraffe is not being taught that it's a giraffe. We are being taught that it's a giraffe. But you were taught that you were a man. You were taught that you were a human, correct? So you being human comes from constructs. It comes from making, not creation. And this is why I say to you guys, you've accepted that you're a man. You've accepted that you're a human. You've accepted that you're black. You've accepted that you're white. Little do we know, race was made up. It was made up as a way of grouping people based on their looks, family. And we still use this grouping system today. We believe we are who they tell us we are. This is what holds us back. You gotta let it go. You gotta let go of the idea that you are some simple human. You've forgotten the fact that you are divine. So when you see things in your mind's eye, you think it's just a thought. You don't know you're truly seeing something that you can create at a will. You don't know that because you were told it's your imagination, and your imagination is just that. You don't realize that the world is based on how you create it. It's your doubt that's in the way of you manifesting. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So if you let go of the idea that you are a human, if you let go of the idea that you are a man, that you are a woman, that you are black, that you are white, who would you be if you weren't going to take on what some human told you, right? Someone who accepted themselves as a human now trying to teach you who you are. Crows don't go to school to learn that they're crows, or how to caw, or how to bok, or how to woof, or how to chirp. You understand? Like we as humans have been kidnapped from our natural way of life and been funneled through this matrix. So you keep saying, so you're saying we're being made? Yes, you are man-made. You are man-made. You were put on an assembly line since a child, and they've been working really hard to convince you that you were human. And they've been convincing you that you're supposed to go get a job. And they're trying to convince you to use your soul energy, your manifestation energy, to create their machine world. Notice how all of your gifts and talents, they developed a thing to usurp your energy from you. If you're a singer, you got to look to get a record label, and they're going to have the royalties, and they're going to eat off of your creations. No matter what we do, we apply it to this matrix. We don't know how to be full manifestors without applying ourselves to this matrix. We're looking to be used by it, or we feel valueless. We're looking to be used by the matrix, or we feel completely valueless, family. Do you understand? A guy told me, he said, man, he was born a football player. I said, you're very talented at football. You use your athletic abilities to play football, but football is a man-made sport, family. You were not born to play football. You were not born a football player. You use your skills to play football. You made yourself into a football player. You learned the rules and applied to them. And that's what makes you a football player. You were not, your biological vessel was not born needing to play a sport that's just now been invented. Most of the things y'all hung up on wanting and desiring are attached to the matrix. If we could go back to being children again and fully believe it in our mind's eye, when you close your eyes, family, when you imagine you, I'm telling you guys, without a shadow of a doubt, you are the person that you see. The highest vibration of yourself. When you look in your mind's eye and you see that version of yourself that's successful, that has things going for them, that has good character, that has good morals, that's really you, family. I'm telling you that you got to remove some things to be that person, but you already are that person. Or you have to remove some things to see that person, rather, but you're already that person. So you have to first understand that you are not this puny human who's just sitting here trying to make it. You are making it. Your world is exactly how you imagine it to be. You simply got to understand it. The heaven and hell that exists is in your own mind. So if you keep telling yourself you're a failure by counting every time that you so-called failed, you're going to be a failure in your mind's eye. This is what you're creating for yourself. And you want to be successful, but all you keep saying is, I don't want to fail. So you're focusing on don't want to fail. I don't want to lose. And you're focused on not wanting to lose instead of winning. So family, the very basics to manifestation is focus on the very next step. Stop looking at the mountain in the distance and then being discouraged about how far you got to walk. Just look at your next step and be confident, because you know you can make your next step. And if you start thinking small, and it's really thinking focused. It's not thinking small. It's really thinking focused. You understand? If I'm boxing somebody, I got to think about the round I'm in. I can't be thinking about the 8th round, the 9th round. I have to be thinking about right now. If I want to be the champion one day, even though this isn't the championship fight, you know, I have to be focused on my opponent as if it's the championship fight. You understand? I got to fight my best regardless. There's an opponent in front of me. Whether it's the champ or not, if I don't beat this person, I likely won't get that opportunity. So it's more like I want to be the champ one day, but I'm not discouraged by that. I actually know that I just have to beat my opponents. That's all. I don't ever have to worry about being the champ. All I have to do is beat who in front of me. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? Just think about at the beginning of a season with all teams, you all sitting at 0-0. You never played a game. And you're worrying about who's going to make it to the championship. Leave that to the fans. Leave that to the spectators. All you have to do is don't lose. It's crazy, but you don't have to think about that. You can just keep your mind's eye on what's in front of you. The fact is, you want to be a bodybuilder, but it's your focus on the completed version of you that discourages you. When really it's just get your butt up and go in there and put another day in. And give it all you got today, in the now. That's it. You don't have to sit here and be hard on yourself because you're not there yet. It's actually impossible. And anybody who expects you to get there overnight, that's not somebody who you want to even deal with. You see what I'm saying? Like the people who sitting here looking at you saying, shoot, you still ain't changed yet. I still don't see no results in your body yet. You've been going to the gym. I don't see no difference. Those people are only reflecting your doubt back at you. Work out harder. Don't listen. Do you understand? The problem with a lot of us manifesting is we're looking out instead of in. I keep telling you guys, never lose track of yourself. Never lose track of yourself, family. Never lose track of yourself. The thing that you want is not attached to some idea. It's attached to you manifesting. You ask any millionaire who they are, they will not tell you, I'm a millionaire. They won't say, I'm a billionaire. If you ask Jay-Z, what are you? He'll say, I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a hustler. That's what he will say. If you ask Steve Jobs, he'll say, I'm a software manufacturer. Right? I make Apple. He won't say, I'm a billionaire. If you ask Trump, he'll say, I'm a real estate broker. I'm a businessman. He won't say, I'm a billionaire. These people are not attached to their wealth in that way. They simply are a billionaire as a result of manifesting their best self. Do you understand, family? The way out is in. So, what is creating? If I call myself creating from a state of being made, is that true creation? If I'm creating from a state of being human, a limited human, forced to think within the confines of what they told me to think, shouldn't I let that go and realize that there's no person walking this planet or has ever walked that can tell me who I am? I am that I am. I am the nameless. These words mean nothing, family. You are this nameless being that you've been calling God all along, for you have no name. You've only accepted that you had one, and that's what limited you. They put a spell on you. They told you that you could spell your being. They told you that you could be described, that you weren't so vast that words couldn't describe you. They told you that was God, that words couldn't express who God was, that to imagine God was to reduce God. They didn't tell you that to imagine you would be to reduce you. That as soon as they say you're a human, they reduced who you truly were. The moment they told you to accept that you're a man or a woman, or black or white or Hispanic or any of this stuff that you call yourself as a title as, that's the moment they reduce you. So trying to imagine yourself and put yourself in the confines of who somebody else told you was, you did have to reduce yourself, and that's why you're miserable. You're miserable because you're trying to fit inside the ideas of everybody. When you are amazing, you don't need the matrix to tell you that. And that's what you're doing. That's what we're doing. We're running to the matrix to assess our value. What is your net worth? What is your gross? That's gross, isn't it? That is gross. To sit here and look at your value and attach it to a net worth, a dollar amount. Shouldn't your value go along with your standards, your morals, how you are as a parent, how you are as an individual, how you are as a friend? What's your gross? What's your net worth? What's your value? So everybody looking to be valuable, like any of us have a price tag connected to us. Like you can scan any of us and get a dollar amount. So if you can't truly do that, then where is your value? Mind perceived. It's nowhere. It's nowhere to be found. Your value is an imaginary thing. That's a word someone gave you. A word. And you're looking to contrast that word between that and your existence. What's my value? What's my worth? What do I weigh? Well, you're only going to get on a scale that was man-made that's going to give you a poundage that men agreed to. I mean, sure, it'll give you a weight, but please understand that scale is just going to give you a man-made weight that we agreed upon. You don't know what you weigh. You don't know how heavy you are, how light you are. The ground shakes when you walk. You're a giant. Yes, they teach us to hate each other. They teach us to think less of each other, and they do it and base it on this scale that they gave us. And it only makes us human. They say it makes us dehuman because we don't care. No, we're human. The more human you are, the more you don't care. You can look at somebody and laugh at their pain. You don't care. But a divine being would. And you got to ask yourself, how am I able to not care? How am I able to look at a situation and not care? They worked hard to make you. They're working hard every day to make you. They're making you as we speak. They keep funneling information into you to make you. Your ideas are not your own most of the time. They're their ideas. The things that you say you want, you don't really want that stuff. You believe you want it so much that you create that sense of wanting for you, and it causes longing in your heart and causes you to feel like you're unsuccessful because you don't have a Gucci shirt, a Louis Vuitton, and you can't wear these products. But I'm telling you guys, they're tricking you. They are tricking you. If you get excited about buying something, I mean, don't get me wrong now. Before I even go into this, I want you guys to understand that you're welcome to live whatever life you want to live. Sometimes you come here just to enjoy the world. That's fine. Sometimes you come here on a mission. So if you're here on this planet and your walk of life is to accrue things, gather things, and enjoy your life, live in your desire, live in your want, live in your accomplishments, you can absolutely full well do that. But please understand that they are busy trying to trick your mind into doing something other than benefiting yourself. They're trying to get you to contribute to the matrix. So they'll have you real good on a hamster's wheel, and you'll actually praise the fact that you're so good on that wheel. Like that hamster will say, I was made for this wheel. Look how good I am at it. Not realizing that you weren't made for that wheel. You were made to have your own wheel, but you're churning someone else's. I was made to sell. I was made to play football. I was made to, please understand that that's not who you are. That's something that you're using your divine being to manifest. I like that, Jabal. So family, it's time we put down what they're teaching us and get up and walk in our true selves. There is no name for you, and I know that may make you feel uncomfortable. I know that may make you feel uncomfortable. Family, somebody please type in the website, family, www.betheevolution.org. The shirts will be available tonight. But family, we have to let go of the things we were given, family. I know it's scary to not have a name to call yourself. I know it's scary to realize that the world is just a canvas that we painted on with our beautiful minds. Connecticut is not Connecticut. We say that, and we have that in the courthouse, but the land itself is a canvas, and we're saying it's Connecticut. Like, a tree is what we said it is. You understand, family? Like, every little detail, everything we attach words and thought to. So when you recognize that the whole world is lived inside of your mind, you will know that you've been manifesting this whole thing. Someone says, can you say that again? I said, no state is the state. Ask yourself, where do continents come from? Out of the mind of divine beings. Where do states come from? Out of the mind of divine beings. They're not really written in the earth, family. Earth is not really earth. They're telling you that. They're telling you that this place is earth. And so we're all agreeing that it's earth. Africa was once called a Kelbalan. It's all based on who conquers the land. America wasn't always America. It's all based on who names it. So now America is America. Then they separate it into states. And they tell you that when you cross this line, you're in a different state. And you believe it. But you didn't cross into a state. I've been to all states. Okay, well, you're on the same land. You see what I'm saying? And we'll say that people from different places are of less character than us. Like when Trump said that Mexicans were rapists, right? And that's weird because we're on the same planet. And so to be able to say something like that is to try to convince someone that if you are from a different nationality and they call you something different, then inherently, you can be different. But these lines don't really exist, and these states don't really exist, and these countries don't really exist. It's just other divine beings living on them, and we call them Chinese, or we call them African, or we call them a European, or we call them such and such. Do you understand? And calling these things all these things makes us comfortable with the world. So I try to explain this to you guys, man. We have navigational systems that help us navigate this world, and so it helps us feel comfortable, like we're not lost. But if you are ever like traveling, mostly you have a navigational system, right? And you don't know where you are half the time, but you feel like you do because that screen is telling you that you know that they know where you are. It's telling you know where you are, so you believe it. You're just following the screen though, and getting everywhere you're going. But you don't really know your surroundings. And so if that screen was the one day shut down on you, your phone was to die, and you had to navigate yourself to that place you're trying to get to, that's when you would feel lost, because you would know that you don't truly know where you are, nor where you're going. And that's truly where we are in life. We don't know where we are, nor where we're going in terms of direction. You understand? We don't know. So if you take away the idea that you live in New York, or you live in Africa, or whatever state or city you live in, if you really thought about this, you'd say, man, I'm completely in the middle of nowhere, now and here. Somebody type in nowhere. Nowhere. Type in that word. They've been telling you this the whole time. You are in the middle of nowhere, now and here. There's nowhere to go but in, family. There's nowhere to go but in. Well, I've been to Jamaica. You've been to Earth. It was beautiful beach, don't get me wrong. You had fun. But the way out is in. Yeah, nowhere. Now and here. That's the only place you can ever be. Now and here. Right? That's the only place you can ever be. When are you? Now. Where are you? Here. That's the only place that you can be. You can say I'm in Charlotte. You can say it's 7 o'clock. You can say that, but you're only using human constructs to define your existence. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is get rid of that. Be in the now. You are eternal. The things that you see in your mind's eye, you can wield into existence. You just have to start with the steps. Believe me, that is you. Everything you see up there is you. Just do the steps. Don't sit here and disqualify yourself because it feels grand. It feels like you can't manifest it. Stop that. Humans have done it before. Stop disqualifying yourself. You was born just like everybody else, family. You bleed just like everybody else. You breathe just like everybody else. Stop telling yourself, is that too big for me? Was it too big for somebody else? Somebody else did it. You got to stop telling yourself these things, because that doubt is what's going to keep you from manifesting it. When those questions, all that little stuff you ask, you have to simply want it and start doing the steps to get there. I'm telling you, vibration 101 is simply keeping your mind focused on the next step. The next step has nothing to do with whether or not you think you can do it or not. The next step is just doing it. That's it. That next step is just doing the next step. Can you do the next step? If you can do the next step, man, just take the next step. Stop worrying. You're getting in your own way with your own head. Your own thinking is clouding you. You're getting your own doubt and just putting it all in your head and blinding your own vision with it. Good word, vision. Vision is seeing in. Sight is seeing out. Do you understand? Vision is when you close your mind's eye and you can see into the future, and you can see with purpose, and you can see plans. Now, these plans are not in front of you, but you can see them. You understand? And you're convicted by them. You full well believe in them. You full well really desire and really see yourself manifesting these things. It's in your mind's eye. It's vision. You're looking for your sight to line up with your vision when you open your eyes. But the thing you're looking for is still in you. So you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it via sight. You have to see it by the steps that you create. It's made as you go. You're projecting it, family. It's like the movie wanting to see the whole movie from the beginning of the movie. In order for the movie to witness this whole movie, it has to finish projecting it. It has to finish coming out. In order for you to see your whole drawing, you got to finish until you put that last line on that paper. You understand? I know you hear the song in your head right now, but when you complete the song, that's when you will hear it outside of you. You understand? You know the song existed long before you put it on paper and put it in the studio and laid it down. You know that, but the world don't. The world sees it after the fact. They see what you vision. You understand? But it starts with you. You got to understand that it starts inside of you. I'm going to give you an example, okay? Has anybody ever been to the mountains, like stayed in a cabin inside the mountains? Look at that. Alberta says, I finally made it right on time, and I manifested catching you alive. And wow, I caught it. Look at there. See? You can have what you want, family. You just got to be willing to manifest. Well, you can have what you are. You can have what you do. Forgive me. You won't have what you want. You'll only want what you want. If you say I want it, then you just create the state of wanting. You will forever want it. I want it, I want it, I want it. And it feels good for you to want it. You have to ask yourself, why does it feel better for you to want it than to have it? Because if it would feel better for you to have it, you would do the things to do it. But some of us actually enjoy entertaining our mind's eye. And sometimes you got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I like to imagine being rich, but I don't want to do the work to get there. Let's be real. I don't want to have to be accountable to my greatness that I'm going to unlock. I don't want to have to be accountable to it. I know I see this grand person in my mind, but I don't want to really be accountable to manifesting that person, because I know a more honest version of me, a more complete version of me, a version of me with better credit, a version of me with better income, a version of me with better friends around me, a version of me with a really good partner. That sounds amazing, but if I gotta stop my old ways, if I gotta cut out bad habits, if I gotta save money, if I gotta not go out with my friends and do all of this stuff, if I gotta, not hang out every time I want to hang out, then I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you, like, I'd rather keep living my life in basic instant gratification form than to save and store up and sacrifice to be a millionaire down the road. So honestly, I just like to talk about being rich. I ain't gonna lie, because And I have to be honest, because everything I'm doing is proven that I just like to talk about it. Because, you know, honestly, Kevin, I like looking rich. I like people to look at me and think I'm rich more than I actually like being rich, because I buy things that make people look at me in high regard, but I do so at my own expense, because I don't really be having the bread like that, to be honest with you. But you mean I'll spend it because you only live once. You know what I mean? YOLO. And I know I could save up, but I mean, what if I die while I'm saving? Then I really didn't get to live no life like that. So I choose to just feel like, hey, each moment is a moment, and they fun tokens. I ain't looking to really be rich, but if I hit the lottery, I'll be rich. But I ain't trying to get rich by saving my money. I ain't really trying to get rich by really grinding, like not like building myself up from the bottom. I mean, you know, that can be frustrating, starting your own business. Thank you so much, Mark. Think about it, family. Is that not how we talk? Let's be real. Is that not us? That's real, right? Being accountable to your greatness is very, very difficult, family. Being accountable to your greatness is you got to invest in that person before the so-called now. Every one of us want to be the best person in the worst moment, right? If I catch my girl cheating, I'm gonna be real mature and just walk out like a man. Yeah, I won't even trip. I'm gonna say some cool shit. Well, you got to invest in that person. You have to start practicing emotional maturity, and you got to stop wilding out every time you upset. You got to get good at being able to handle your own damn anger. And if you can do that, one day you will manifest a person who can handle trauma in a moment's notice. But long as you believe that you're tough for snapping on people, trust me, you'll never be that guy, because the opportunity is going to be there to look tough. And you ain't never going to let nobody say a single word out the way to you, because you know this is your opportunity to show people that you're not to be played with. And somehow in life, you were taught that going off on people cause you mad is the right thing to do. Now, later on, you realize that, wait, I was actually wrong about that time I went off, and my feelings don't always line up with being right and wrong. My feelings are just my feelings. And so if I treat people like my feelings, man, I'll be treating people any kind of way, because honestly, people be hurting my feelings when they don't try to. So why not act hurt? I feel hurt, right? People are going to make me mad by saying things that they didn't really mean to make me mad with, but I'm mad, so I should be able to act mad, right? Because like I said, if you piss me off, I'm going to let you know, right? Well, then you will never be that person. And you actually like being the person that you are. And you talk about being this high vibrational person because it makes you feel good to want to be a better person. And you learn early in life that he or she who is not trying to be a better person than they were yesterday has failed. And so you don't want to fail. So it feels good to lead with this lie that you want to be a better person, when in fact, you actually don't want to be accountable to being a better person. Because walking away when somebody got the last word over you is never something that you're willing to do. And you don't understand it. Being a better person, an overall accountable person, they walk away when someone gets the last word a lot. But you didn't know how that shit felt. You thought it was easy. You thought they was doing it because they were scared. You thought they was pussies. You thought they was punks. But no, they wasn't though. See, you didn't understand true character is having the strength to hurt somebody and not using it. True morals is not hurting that person because you know what? They're ignorant, they probably don't know any better, or they probably upset. True wisdom is knowing I can hurt this person, but if I do it, my life is going to be affected. And so you don't realize that, so you keep feeding the old man. Every opportunity to cuss somebody out, you're going to take it, man. Because something fuels you. I promise you. And then if you don't invest in this person early in life, when it happens, you're going to want to do it. Like the desire will be so strong, you're going to want to cuss them out. Trust me. You will want to cuss them out more than you care about people seeing you look like a fool. You're not going to give a damn about that. You don't care. You don't care what other people think about you cussing this person out. All you care about is that you're mad. And as long as you think like that, you'll never build the character that you want to build. Because people with character, they move in such a way where they consider all that shit all the time. And I know you don't want to have to do that. So you might as well just be low vibrational. It don't happen overnight. It's crazy. You have to really want to be accountable to being a better person, family. Back to what I was saying. Have you ever climbed a mountain? I just felt like spirit wanted to get that out. We call that spirit, soul, or whatever. I had a vibration, y'all. I tapped into something and it came out of me. Whatever language you accept that in, God told me to say it. Whatever language you accept that in, I just felt the need to break in my moment and give you that, okay? So that was for somebody. But who's ever climbed the mountain? Who's ever spent the weekends in the mountains, like in a cabin or something? Who's ever done this? Who's ever went on a trail, walked the trail of a mountain? Who's done this? Because I need somebody who's done this before, so y'all can truly help me bring this picture into light for people. Leona says, yes, I have. Okay, I've stayed in cabins, family. I've loved it. It's really nice. I like staying in the cabin. I've taken my kids to the cabin a couple times. Of course, Jamie said she's been to the cabins. Vegas. Okay, cool. So you guys know what it's like. Okay, so listen, family. Now, all y'all gonna love this if you ever been up a mountain, but let's just say you go into this mountain and you can see the mountain in the distance, right? Now you see this mountain. It's crazy, but it looks like it's just far away, right? Terrence says, I have. Okay, the mountain looks far. It looks far. But do you notice that when you hit that mountain, you never really notice, like, you don't see the mountain anymore? You don't see it because you're on it. It's so damn big. It's just forest. It's a steep hill, but you don't see them. Like, you can't see the mountain. All you see is trees and shit when you actually own the mountain. Like, when you actually own the mountain, you just see the ground. Like, you don't really see the mountain, right? And so you have this idea in your mind that if I climb the mountain, I will stand on its peak and look off the mountain. But when you own the mountain's so big, all you see is mountain, and you still feel very small. It's just the mountain looks so small in a distance, and really, like, you ever notice when you hit the mountain, when you finally get to the mountain, you're on the mountain for so damn long. Like, some of it don't even seem like it's up a hill. Some of it seems like it's down a hill and flat, but you know you're on the mountain, but you're still miles and miles away from your cabin. It'd be taking forever to get to them cabins. It ain't never easy, right? It's just a bunch of winding roads and, right? Right, so y'all know what I mean. So this is what I'm saying, family. You are that mountain. In a distance, you seem so far away. In your mind's eye, it seems so far away. But if you just keep turning your wheels, family, just like in that car, just keep going in the direction of the mountain, family. By the time you hit your mountain, you will never see it, because it'll be you. It'll be all you see. Do you understand? It will be, your mountain will be all around you. Your success will be as far as you can see. Does this make sense to you? Once you truly make it to the mountain, you realize you can't see the mountain anymore. You are the mountain. Like, when you truly make it to greatness, you won't witness you. Other people will. Do you understand? You won't get to see you perform, ever, unless you're watching a camera after the fact. But you will never get to see you perform. You will never get to sit outside of you and hear you sing. You will never get to hear your raps, not from your head. You already heard them, so you're not going to get to hear them the same as anybody else. You can look at your artwork after it's done, but you were there to enjoy the picture. You didn't get to see it at first glance without ever seeing it before and just grasp your beauty. You didn't get to see that. So you don't know why people gasp, because it didn't even turn out to what you wanted the picture to be, and you still hard on yourself. That's what you don't understand. You're trying to get closer to you, but you are you. You're shedding everything away. You're closing the distance between your future self and you. But when you get there, you will be them. You never saw your face. You don't know what it's like to see you. You've never saw you with your eyes. And just like you are the nameless, they tell you you will never see the face of God. No one has ever seen the face of God. No one. And you have never saw your face. Now, you might think you have, and you can convince yourself you have because you have pictures and you have a mirror. But you have never saw your face for real, family. Now, you see other people's face because you're looking at it with your eyes, but your eyes will never take on your face. And so that it's a riddle, family, for everybody to know that you are God. You will never see your face. God never sees its face. Has God seen itself, family? If God is a spirit, the invisible, has God ever seen itself, family? Can God look in the mirror and get a glimpse of itself? No. Jamie said, that's right. Wow, right. God can't see himself. Wow. God would have to get outside of himself in order to see himself, or in order to see herself, or in order to see itself. In order to witness itself, it would have to get outside of itself. And that's what we do. We get outside of ourselves. That's how we see us. We have to get a camera. We have to get a mirror. We have to talk to a friend. We have to be observed. Someone has to tell us that we're not funny. But we was laughing. We were laughing. You're funny if you're laughing. But somebody else said, you're not funny. So they told you something about you and you believed it. Someone says, you're ugly. You're ugly. You're not good enough. You don't have what it takes. You're a failure. Right? And these things you believe about you, and these are what's hiding you from your future self, blotting you out, because when you see your future self, you doubt yourself with all the BS that's been hurled at you, the things you believed via words. Words. It's words that are clouding your judgment. It's words that are clouding your creation. Labels, right? Lay bells. Bells sing, right? Bells ring. But a bell laying down is silent. It's a lay bell. This is why I'm forever saying, y'all, you are singing. You are. They told you that when you begin to use your tones to make notes and make a beautiful sound, that you are singing, and you attach yourself to the you part, the ego. When they were trying to tell you that you are singing. You are singing. You're in harmony. Your body's in constant moving, in constant harmony, creating life. They said you are singing. You thought you were singing. You didn't know that they were telling you that you are singing. You understand? You are dancing. You are that. You're not a human that's dancing. You are dancing. You are the universe dancing. You are the universe singing itself. The universe is constantly singing and making noise and vibrating. The universe is constantly dancing and making sounds and making harmony and making music. You understand? And that's what you are doing. They told you that when you draw, you're drawing. But I'm telling you, these things that we do, we attached words to it, and so we lose value in what it truly is. But those things that we do are able to make people be inspired and motivated and want to be more out of life and want to be better people. So that thing that you do might be vibrating a frequency that sets people free. You might be a super powerful being, but you just taught, you were taught you would draw. You could draw, but you never got to feel what other people feel when they see your drawings. You never got to feel what other people feel when they see you dance or see you perform or hear you speak or see you do your thing, how they're empowered by it. You don't realize that, so you think you just performing. You don't realize that you are being you, and you are beautiful. You a rose. When a rose, it makes somebody's mood better because they smelled it. You understand? You a cologne or perfume when somebody says, what's that? Somebody likes you the same way. They like what you do the same way. Something you are doing is lifting their spirits. Something you are doing is making them feel better about themselves. And you don't realize that you're powerful. And you think your calling is to go to work for somebody. Your calling is to learn how to market that thing that you do. Your calling is to learn how to market and sell that thing that you do that lifts your spirits. Because when it lifts your spirits, that's what's lifting other people. Healing you heals the world. The reason that the thing that brings you joy heals people is because it brings you joy. It's your joy that's healing people. On Hunter x Hunter, y'all watch Hunter x Hunter? Y'all ever heard of Nin? When someone really focuses on something and puts their sacrifice and tears and work into something, it'll have what you call nin on it. So let's just say if you draw a picture and you don't put much focus into it, it may not have nin because you really weren't focused. You weren't really drawing it. But an artist, someone who's really taking the time and being very meticulous, and is really trying to pull out in their best, that artwork or whatever they're doing would have something special to it, and people will be able to witness that, right? Nin, they call it N-E-N. It's a made-up word to a made-up anime, family. But a lot of people who saw this show will understand what nin is. Okay? So if you're ever watching that show again, the next time you think about it, think about nin to be when someone's truly honest with the universe, and they're truly drawn with focus and intent, and creating with purpose and intent. You understand? That's nin. And people can see it. They can tell it's a difference, family. They can see it. And nobody can fake that. And you will see people saying, it's a fake, it's a phony, it's a fake, but you can feel it. Nobody can tell you different. People come to my channel all the time and be like, you're a fake prophet, you're a fake so-called wannabe person, spiritual person. Listen, man, I don't even argue with people like that. Because they're only saying that because they see that. I've never told them I was any of that. That's the funny thing. I've never said I'm a prophet. I have never said I'm any of that. Some spiritual leader. I've never said that. So the sheer fact that they're telling me that is telling me they see that. You're not a king. I must give you that impression. I'm not arguing with you on who I am and who I am not, because I don't claim human labels. I don't need them. I don't. Don't get me wrong. I don't discredit human labels. I definitely believe that we are powerful and we can create concepts that cause others to want to vibrate to those concepts. And if that concept is a high vibration, we were able to create that conduit in the form of a label so someone could rise to a higher level of vibration, like the word king or sultan or emperor or queen. If you tell somebody they're a whore their whole life and you have a low vibration attached to that, they might be that vibration. But if you tell that person who's exerting that same behavior that she can be a queen, she might say, well, what's a queen? I ain't got no kingdom. Oh, sweetheart, you don't have to have a kingdom to be a queen. Let me tell you what a queen is. And you might tell her a queen is somebody who has purpose. So she won't just lay with anybody, even if she desires them. She cares more about character, okay? And someone who is going to stand up and be a man and honor their commitments. That's what a queen is. A queen learns how to support the man she's with because she knows that her support is vital to his success. You didn't know that? Let me tell you more about, she'll say, tell me more. Oh, you want to hear more about a queen? You must be interested. Yeah, that sounds like somebody I can be. See, that's my problem. I've been doing what men wanted me to do. They just wanted me to lay down. I didn't know that there was a man out there who wanted me to be a partner, who was looking for me to apply all the stuff I learned in life to help them win. I never thought about that. I've only been told that have a big butt, be pretty, because he liked that, and give him some sex and know how to cook. I've never been told that my contribution to a relationship can be the difference in between him being that billionaire. I've never been told that me motivating him could actually be the magic to getting him there. I never knew I was that powerful. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't. Who raised you? Man, who raised you? Well, now that you know what a queen is, how you feel about it now? Oh, I'm that. I know I am that. That ain't nothing I gotta try to. I can be that. I'm that. Well, then you a queen. Well, people still gonna call me a whore? Not if you stop being one. Walk away from it all today because you are a queen. Well, will I get a king today? Maybe not. But being a queen is what will get you a king. You understand? So be that queen and put in the sacrifices that it takes. Now listen, you can seek desire if you want to. And you're not wrong for that. But just know, in this world, they got social labels for everything. And someone who doesn't practice abstinence, someone who doesn't practice patience, Unfortunately, they give them a negative label. So know that you can choose whatever life you want to live, but understand that you have to be accountable to being a queen if you're going to manifest a king, someone who's not just looking to lay with you, someone who cares more about what's in your mind and what you want to do in life. I mean, you do want to do some things in life, right? Yeah, I got dreams too. That always be tripping me out, that he want me to just put all my dreams to the side and just support him like I'm his pet. Just because you paying my bills, what if the relationship ended and I ain't got nothing because I done sit on my hind end and just cooked and cleaned for him? Right. So a king would work with you to manifest a reality for y'all. You think you can really do that? Yeah, I could do that. Well, damn. See? And you didn't think you had what it takes. But I'm so glad you told me that. Nobody ever told me that. Nobody ever told me I could be better. Nobody ever gave me an example of something to aspire to. Nobody ever told me that. I was always raised around people who lived like this, and this is how we thought. I never actually questioned that. You tell a guy that, like, man, you can be a king, right? I don't own no kingdom, no castle. Y'all be killing me with this king shit. Y'all just say y'all something and walk around feeling better about yourself, but don't be having nothing to back it up. True. We do that too. You right, we do that. Well, the reason we do that is because it helps us create a character and motivates us into manifesting things. See, right now we don't have things around us. But if we believe if we keep calling ourselves that, it will cause us to manifest a character that will vibrate those things to us because we speak those things that are not as though they were. So when I believed I was a regular Joe Schmo, I was trying to knock women down because I thought that's what men were supposed to do. I thought a man's value comes from how many women he could sleep with. But I learned that a king's value comes from the alliances that he creates and how generous he is with people who are in need and how he treats people who are lower than him on this label and title crap that we created, and how he honors his commitments and how he treats his woman even when he's mad, how he talks to her even when he's upset. See, I didn't know that a king wouldn't call a woman a B because he has made up in his mind he will never stoop that low regardless of how she's acting. I thought if she acting like one, it's okay to call her that. I never thought about that. I never thought about having been accountable to my own character versus behaving adequately to the person in front of me. I never thought of that. So I always felt like if a person is a horrible person, I have a right to be a horrible person. Thank you so much. Powerful message, she says. Thank you so much. I never thought of that. I've never thought about imagining my children before they were born. I always thought only women did that. That's what you thought, king? Let me tell you something. A true king, he sees his lineages all the way down the line. Did you know that? They don't think haphazardly like that's a big booty over there. A king is thinking about creating alliances with people who are trying to go somewhere. A king is focused on his mission, and a king is not bringing any woman in his life who he doesn't trust to support him and work with him, and who he's not going to support and work with, and who he can't have a child with, who don't have good mother qualities. A king knows that his investment into his children is everything. And so if he has a child with a woman who is low value because he was seeking somebody with a big old booty over character, he would know that his lineage can be ruined in a day's notice just because she's mad at him. That she could step out on him and cheat and feel like she justified because he was too focused on his mission. That she could step out on him and cheat because she met somebody better, so-called better. He'll negotiate better. He'll make sure that woman truly wants to be with him for the long haul and partner with him in this thing we call life. Not it's just some shit we doing. Before he settles his life down, before he says, this is my wife, before he says, let's have children together, he understands that that woman is full will committed to his purpose and understands his vision, and knows that providing and supporting him in his vision does nothing but manifest hers as well and does not hold her back from hers. And that way she can truly be cooperative or feminine to his will or his purpose. And he can be fully supportive to her because supporting each other doesn't impede on either anybody's mission. Do you understand? You can be a king. I don't know, bro. I like knocking them down too much. Listen, you can spend a life where you live in desire too, king. You're full welcome to do that with your life. You can do what you want. Knock them down as many as you can get. You can do that. But what I'm telling you is that in your mind's eye, if you see yourself raising a legacy, a family you can take pride in, not show your friends your car, but show your friends your son, show your friends your daughter, take pride in who your lineage is. If you see that in your mind's eye over having a bunch of cars and clothes and numbers under your belt, then you might be a king and you have yet to see yourself behaving like a king. Well, how do I be a king? King, stay out them streets and focus on you for a moment. Yeah, because in them clubs, all you're going to see is somebody with a big chain around their neck and you're going to think he really got bread. You're not going to know he faking it to make it just like you. Because in your mind, everyone who's wearing that stuff is real. You just think you're the only one faking out here. You don't realize that even the person who actually bought the real deal, they spent their last to get that. And they bought it because it made them feel valuable. And even they're looking around the club, measuring themselves against people who have more. So when you go to those clubs, all that you're doing is setting yourself up for what we call failure. Because while you're in there, you're going to see people who you think are further along in life than you. And it's all about perception. And what you're going to do with that idea that you see is contrast yourself to be further or not far as along as you imagining them to be. And you ain't going to do nothing but torture yourself. And then you're going to see some breezes there too. And they're going to make you forget that you're trying to be abstinent. They're going to make you forget that you're really trying to focus on your mission right now. And you're going to be stuck in your desire. And you're going to keep on being this person. Even though you want to be a better person, because changing who you are, you have to put down the things that you're doing that's keeping you from who you are. You understand? So you really have to realize that. So you got to be accountable to it, King. And just understand, as long as you're in those clubs, as long as you're chasing those women, you're probably going to be chasing money, cars, and things. Because in order to get those women, you know, in those clubs, you see that they're likely, you know, they're looking for a hot guy, so you're going to go get hot. You're going to be looking good. Or they're hypergamous, so they're looking for men who are successful, so you're going to go be successful. And you're going to go back to the club to keep measuring yourself up against somebody else liking you. And you're not going to be thinking about your true purpose. And that's the thing that you truly try to manifest. Well, dang, man. Why I love the club so much? Well, they put a lot into you going to the club, young man. You'd realize they have the whole world set up to keep you distracted from manifesting your truest destiny. Did you know that? What if I told you they even tell the women they can get in free? Because they know that if it's packed with women, you'll show up. Yeah. What if I told you they even convince you to buy her drinks so they still get paid and she don't have to buy them? They're going to sell the same alcohol. You understand? Because you're going to buy her drinks for her. They're going to make their money. And they're going to use the women to be the billboard to make you come spend your money. Because they're going to say, women, y'all get in free. And it's such the norm now that she wouldn't dare pay for admission. So yeah, you're going to go wherever you see the women lined up at. That's why you like it. And it's natural, because it's natural to love women. They're beautiful. Paranormal Activity, thank you so much. And that's exactly why they use them. To monopolize your dreams into what they call a club. You in there spending your investments on alcohol. Seriously, y'all. You ain't never gonna be no millionaire as long as you're doing that stuff. You have to be accountable to the person that you want to be. That's sacrifice, family. So vibrating 101. I like how Tawan put LOL. That's funny, right? Because 101. 101. right? LOL 101, 101, family. The basics of vibrating, family. If you can grasp this, you can start manifesting the things to you that you want. Step by step, day by day. You will have it, family. Take your mind off of that mountain and the distance between you and it. You might already be on it. That's the crazy thing. It's that somebody tell them, y'all, if you ever been on that mountain, you can be on the mountain and it still seems like it's a distance away because you're looking at the peak. But you already own it. You're on the mountain. And by the time you get to your cabin, you don't even see that damn mountain. You might as well just be in the woods. So just know that billionaire that you aspire to be, they still got goals, family. Those things are coming from here. Whatever you want and whatever you're trying to manifest is coming from here. So if your idea is that I want to be a billionaire because if I get there, I'll be rich. I won't have to worry about struggling no more. But okay, what you gonna do when you become a billionaire? Buy things? What you gonna do? You're gonna have another goal. And I promise you, goaling to be a billionaire ain't gonna get you $1 billion. Chasing money ain't gonna get you money. You have to build you up and the money will come to you. That's like some dude who ain't never worked on himself a day in his life, out here just chasing women, okay? He's never worked on himself a day in his life, just trying to holler at women, chasing them all day, trying to holler at them. But ain't manifested no job, he ain't making no bread, he don't look good, he ain't worked on the way he hold his face. Like you can tell a dude who ain't used to hollering at women, because he don't even know how to hold his face, he don't even know how to be handsome. You know what I mean? Like, he don't even know how to be handsome. Like you can tell when somebody young, they don't really know nobody, they don't know how to be handsome. They don't even know how to hold their face, like. They ain't know how to hold their face, just weak, mouth all weak, just, what's up, how you doing? Just weak. Man, if you don't Johnny Bravo your ass up. Women in the room and you just slouching this. Yeah, I'm just chilling, bro. Man, if you don't sit up and have some posture, bro, you a king, bro. You supposed to sit up when she in the room. You know what I'm saying? Having your chest to look bigger. You supposed to look bigger. You nervous and that's why you hiding. You nervous, that's why you shying away. And she can tell. And she knows she's like the oracle. She's like, he got the gift, but he waiting for something. He ain't ready yet. So I'm gonna tell him no. I'm gonna tell him I got a boyfriend. Cause she can see it. She can see it. The reason is like, listen, dudes try to talk to her all the time. So she's an expert at getting hollered at. So it's like she's a judge on American Idol. She done seen 1,000 people sing. So I know you got up there and said, I've been singing since I was 2. Trust me, when you sing, she gonna know that you're not all the way there yet. You know what I mean? She gonna hear your notes. She gonna know. So if you're not gonna be nervous, you gotta invest in not being nervous. You gotta practice in the mirror. Ooh, you gotta do that. Because you can have the skill, but if you're nervous, it won't come out right. And you can see that. People who can sing really amazingly, when they self-doubt, their voice follows. Your manifestations is behind you believing in yourself. You really don't understand this. They told you to put your belief in everybody else and to God's outside of you. You realized you couldn't do that because you couldn't prove God's outside of you, and you done away with belief, period. You should have put that belief in you and said, yo, every time I got excited about this God, that was with my own dopamine and energy. The excitement that I felt to praise another God outside of me was with my own being. Yo, all that joy I was thankful for, I was creating. Yo. So the time I was jumping up and running around the church because I was so excited, that was my own excitement. Someone else just convinced me to have it and attributed it to somebody else. So really, that was just my excitement. So I have every right to praise me all the same because I was thanking some God outside of me for this joy I felt. But now I realize I am who gave me that joy. And it's the same joy, whether or not a God gave it to me or I gave it to me. I basked in it. I relished in it. So thank you, me. But we've done away with belief, so we lost self in that, right? Let me go back to that beautiful donation, that beautiful chat by Nostalgia Black says, I'm just supporting just because I have learned on this channel for so much wisdom and guidance over the past months. Thank you. Thank you, your family, for your awakening. Peace and love. Thank you so much, Nostalgia. I'm honored. I'm privileged that you guys are building from this, that y'all growing from this, that y'all rising from this channel, y'all. This is my baby right here. This is what y'all witnessing from me. You don't think I wake up every day or rise up every day with a goal in mind and reflect on that goal? You don't think I look at that goal and say, well, dang, man, I'm a little discouraged by it. You don't think I have to bring myself back into oneness and say, Kevin, just do the next step. Make a video, Kevin. There's tons of them out there to do videos on, right? Go live, Kevin. Build. You want to be a speaker, right? So keep speaking, keep grinding, keep sharpening your skills, because one day your day is going to come. But if you don't invest in this person, Kevin, no one's going to ever know who you are and call your name and call your ticket. You want to help people, right, Kevin? You want to help the world. Well, how do you do that? Are you going to sit around and wait? Thank you so much, Terrence. No, every day you step out here and you doing that is going to show them firsthand that this is how it's done, because even you are not exempt from doing what you teach, man. You got to be the first one to do it. So when y'all get on here every day and hear me doing my talk, I have already put the steps forward. I doubt too, but I bring myself back into oneness and say doubt ain't got nothing to do with me. I am. If it's doubt there, I created it, so I can do away with it all the same. So when I think about whenever I do doubt, I forget about the doubt and just simply focus on what I want or what I'm manifesting. Because doubt is not important. All that's important is that you do. Seriously, family. Doubt ain't nothing. All is doubt. What's the first two letters of it? What's the first two letters of it? Do, right? Now listen. This is why I say, when you find doubt, that's when you find out. Like, if you really truly want to know what I mean, Kevin, what do you mean by doubt holds me back from my best person? Think about it. Look in your mind, see your mind's eye, or with your mind's eye, see your best manifested self, okay? Now, you see all those doubts surrounding it? Your current situation, not having the capital to manifest it, not having the people believe in you, you yourself not believe in you. You see all those doubts, right? Surrounding you being that person that you truly see. Are you finding all those doubts? Okay. So when you find doubt, that's when you'll find out that that's what's holding you back. And the moment that you do away with all those doubts and realize that I don't have the capital, it's not any of your damn business. People not believing in you is none of your business. The only thing that's your business is your next step. You might have the capital, but it might be behind your next step. Well, what's my next step? I don't have the capital. The capital I need to manifest my next self is $100,000. Oh, I see what your problem is. You're focused on the $100,000 and you see $100,000 as a lot of money, right? And so $100,000 sounds very difficult, and that's where your doubt is coming from. That's easy. Don't worry about $100,000. See? Worry about $1. Can you manifest $1 to you? Do you have the skill sets to earn $1? Do you? Well, yeah, I could earn $1. Do you have the commitment to earn $1 100,000 times? I mean, that's a lot of commitment. Well, I asked the question, do you have the commitment? Because if you don't, therein lies your problem. If you're not willing to keep making dollars, you won't have $100,000 because the person who got there kept making dollars. You can't be focused on the small amounts. You have to be focused on the large amount in terms of when you manifest it. Don't count yourself out due to the large amount, but don't count yourself out due to the small beginnings either. You understand? It's all. I was talking to Lacey about this a little bit earlier. I told her this is my own concept here. I call it the argument from efficiency. We like to say, I fail more often than I succeed, so by default, I'm a failure, right? You count up how many times someone is successful versus how many times they try, and then how many times you're successful by how many times you try, right? So you'll say, this person seems to be successful at everything they do, but I fail, so I'm not a success. I mean, some things go my way, but it's not often. And so you use the argument from efficiency, right? You understand what I'm saying, family? How often, right? You know how somebody might say, I make 100,000 a year. And someone might say, okay, you make 100,000 a year. How many hours a week do you work? Right? And the person might go, I work 60 hours a week. And the other person might say, well, I make 80,000 a year, but I only work 10 hours a week. So, waha, I make more than you. Right? That's the argument from efficiency to try to make you feel like you're not doing as good. So you'll say, dang, I work way more hours than him just to get a little bit more than him. Wow, I'm losing in some way. But that argument from efficiency is going to be the reason that you fail, the reason that you keep lacking in yourself. Because if you make 100K and he makes 80, you still got more money than him. And he only said that to make you feel less. The argument from efficiency. And sometimes you use that same argument to make yourself feel less. You'll say, well, I don't succeed that often. I'm going to tell you something, man. You can fail 1,000,000 times. All you need is one success, family. And that success can change your life. So you see a lot of these people who got millions upon millions, people who you deem successful. And they will tell you, man, I struck gold one time and you're witnessing it right now. And I fear every day losing this because I have to be able to maintain it. You understand? And they still even practice doubt. They still even have those same type of issues. I am not of any religion, family. I'm not affiliated with any religion. I don't even believe in stuff like that. I believe that we are all God. That we are God experiencing itself. You'd have to hear me talk a little bit more on that subject to full well understand, not have to pause this whole live and go into that just for your mind's eye based on what you already understand from this reality so far, what you've taken the time to learn, what you've taken the time to sacrifice. You know what I mean? So I've done a lot of spiritual studies. My whole life has been that. And after years and years of that, I learned that the head I was searching for was attached to me the whole time. Do you understand? Now, some people aren't there yet, so they're still looking for, you know, their head outside of themselves because they can't see it. They see everybody else's head, but they don't see their own. So they go on a mission to find their head. And I did that mission. I was on that mission for a very long time. And when I learned that it was my head that was attached to me the whole time, it was scary. It was shocking, but it was enlightening because I learned that the journey to find my own head was well worth it, even though I felt deceived, I felt lied to. But the journey to find my own head is what made me so wise, and so it was well worth it, man. It was well worth it, and that's what it's gonna be like for y'all. You're gonna realize when you get to your success that the thing that you manifested was who you are, and what you're calling success is what's around you. But what you have to realize is manifesting who you are is the success. Those things that you manifest into you via being successful, you can't take any of it with you. So any of that money and stuff that you earn, any of the accolades, anything that you can earn using your skill sets will be left here for your ancestry to use as a baton to carry into your next ascension. But you won't take these things with you. You understand? So you have to leave it here. Just like in your dreams, you leave the things that's in your dream in your dream. You can't bring them to this world. So wanting to be a billionaire in your dream would be futile because you can't bring any of it back. And nobody cares about you being the richest person in your dream last night. So if you manifest being the richest person in this world, bragging to your ancestors about that when you pass on won't get you any points, family. They're gonna be more concerned about you pouring inside of yourself, that you focused on an adequate partner to raise children with and to pour into your next selves the best that you can to help them manifest their best self by not teaching them this matrix that we've been taught. Our ancestors were stripped from their way of life. You understand? So they would be so proud of you if you found a way to get some of it back. You understand? To build the pyramids again, to do things that we don't think can be done anymore because they have tricked us into being man-made. Do you understand? So family, I hope you understand that the basics of manifestations is staying focused on the thing you're manifesting. That's the basics, family. I know it took a long video to get to that, but it's staying focused on what you're manifesting. Now, I want you to know that you're going to see things that make you want to focus on what they are manifesting, and you can do that. You can go see movies. You know, you can comment on other people's pages to tell them they should be creating different content. You know, you can tell people you don't like their outfits. You know, you can tell people you don't like their creations. You can critique other people's creations. You can do that. They made them for you to critique, and you can live your life being a critic. You can. But I'm telling you, the way to manifest your reality is to literally focus on your manifestations, family. Focus on them, and you will see them come to fruition. And don't get lost or distracted by anybody else's manifestation. Do you understand? Someone says, have a routine. Listen, look at that word. Have a route in. Have a route in. Every day when you wake up, regulate your energy. Put yourself in a positive mood and start taking the next steps to being that self that you see inside of your mind. That's the routine. Get your energy right. You'll know what to do next. Trust me. In this moment, what can I be doing to manifest this person that I see in my mind? What should I be doing? Are there some videos I can look up to be learning more about the craft that I'm supposed to be doing? Are there some people I can reach out to that know a little bit more than me that I can forge alliances with, because I'm a king now. I'm a queen now. And I realize that I'm not trying to make friendships with people, so I don't care if the person I'm reaching out to agrees with me or has commonalities with me. I more so care about where they've been on their journey and the information that they've accessed, and I need to access that information. So I'm going to reach out to that person and form an alliance with someone who knows more than me in an area, simply because I realize that I must unlock the area in me. And that's a reflection of me that's further along in that area. Not further, because there's no further or behind, but that's a reflection of me who's manifested themselves in that way. So let me get around a version of me who's manifested themselves in that way so I can get around that. You see what I'm saying? Let me make every single day purposeful. Right, a route in. Absolutely, Jamie. It's a route in every single time. Every time. Get up, regulate your energy, and begin to take the next necessary steps to being your best person. And like I said, sometimes that look like reaching out to certain individuals and say, hey, I don't need anything, but I'm asking for help. You know, you can speed up time for me. What I'm trying to learn could take me several years to learn it. However, I understand that you've got many years in, and I'm willing to compensate or sacrifice energy to get this information from you now. Okay? And that means I might pay you for the information. It means I might pay you to speed up time for me, to tell me something so I won't have to go looking it up. So I don't have to learn with trial and error and fall. You understand? I'm going to ask someone who's been there before. And I know that my pride hurts me to do that, and I'd rather just figure it out and make my mistakes, but I'm really trying to speed up time, and I want to be honest with the universe. So I'm going to start reaching out to people who who's manifested a little bit more of this, who knows a little bit more, so I don't keep making all these mistakes and hurting myself. Every time I do that, I'm only going to build confidence in myself. So that's wise. And every time I do that, I'm only focused on my own mission. So that's why. So Kevin said, hey, stay positive. So if reaching out to a person makes me feel more confident, therein lies my positivity. And Kevin said that I should keep my manifestation in the front of my mind. And if I'm thinking about people I can call and I'm actually actively calling them, that I'm doing both of those things. And then what I'm going to do is make applicable what they teach me. And then what I'm going to do, well, before I even make it applicable, I'm going to praise the person for giving me the information. I'm going to thank them. I'm going to tell that I'm forever grateful to them. Even if I already paid them, I'm still going to tell them how thankful I am that they sacrificed this energy to me, because we are all gods and I see everyone as a master teacher, and I'm grateful every time someone contributes to me being a better person. Yes, the self that I see in my mind, every person who lends a helping hand to me being that person, I will be eternally grateful for. Absolutely. They would have had a part in that. And I'm not going to be selfish and say, I got here on my own. I made it to the top on my own. No one helped me. It was me by myself. Right there, the pen, by myself. Like Kevin Hart be saying. No, thankfulness. I'm going to be thankful first, grateful, because I'm full of greatness. So let me be grateful because I'm full of greatness, right? So when a person gives me that key to my next best self, whether that be money, things, information, constructive criticism, I'm going to be grateful because I am full of greatness, right? And then I'm going to make applicable that which they teach me, because I respect them as a master teacher and I wouldn't waste their time or mine. So I'm not going to go pay for information that I'm not going to apply. That's not how to get to your best self. I must always be applying. I must always be willing. I must always be willing to do. Willing. Are you willing? Are you willing to be accountable to your best self? That it may not be pretty. Somebody will tell you, where my entrepreneurs at? Who got their own business out there, family? Tell me right now, if you put an 11 on the screen, if you got your own business, since today is the 11th matrix. Put an 11 on the screen if you started your own business. And next I want you to tell people, if it's been a breeze with no problems whatsoever, or has it been a difficult manifestation? Have you had trouble? Have you had trying times? Have you questioned giving it up? Is a job much easier as far as on your mind? Yeah, right? Going to work for somebody, not having to think, just get your check and go home. It's a little bit easier on your mind. Entrepreneurship is a little bit rougher because you really got to work to make your money and nothing's guaranteed. And you have to be accountable to your customers when they got a problem with you. Sometimes they might talk to you beneath how you want to be spoken to. And you tell yourself, when I get my own business, I do what I want. But then you realize I can't talk to my customers any kind of way, even when I want to. And then you realize that success is constantly learning more about your craft. And so, yeah, you go through tough times, family. And you can't go to your boss and simply ask for more hours because you're struggling. You got to come up with something creative to earn money. Like, that's a little bit different. So for y'all who said I want to be entrepreneur, like, just so you know, for all of y'all who saw yourselves free from your jobs, from your jobs, please know that you got to be accountable to that. You got to be accountable to that. It ain't going to be no check coming every week. I promise you, it ain't going to be somebody that tells you what to do next so you don't have to think. No, it's going to be you looking inward to decide what makes you happy and creating that and staying consistent. And people ain't going to make you wake up in the morning by threatening to fire you. They're just not. You're going to have to be accountable to how much money you need to make per month. And you're going to have to get your butt out there and make it on your own. Nobody's going to make you. I'm sorry. It's just not as easy as you thought it was going to be. But you can manifest it. You just got to understand it starts with you. You can't be lazy and manifest it. I'm sorry, you can't be. Unfortunately, you have to keep manifesting from that state of survival, just like that lion. Every single day, wake up and you got to do a little bit more. You can't take days off. I'm sorry. A team is needed. You manifest that team, you'll have everything you need, family. So just know that you have to be accountable to your best self, family. Now, you got to be accountable to your lower self too. So I'm telling you right now, you can say, well, I don't want to be accountable to my best self. I don't want to be rich. Well, enjoy the struggle. See? Either way, you have to be accountable. You got to be accountable to your laziness, or you have to be accountable to your greatness. You have to be accountable for your laziness, or you have to be accountable to your greatness. Do you understand? Your greatness will be forever telling you to be accountable, but the accountability for your laziness will always chase your ass down. I promise you. You will be like, dang, I could have been doing something, but I wasn't, and that's why I'm in this situation. And you will always look back and remember those moments where you was being lazy. And then you'll say, I wish I would have got up. I wish I would have acted on that idea. I wish I would have. And that type of stuff breeds misery. Because you will forget that everything happens in due time and you're not behind. And if you thought of that idea and didn't manifest it, then it wasn't time. And there's never a reason to be hard on yourself. But what you'll do is that laziness will get to you, because it's a tough thing. Because while it's true that you're not really behind and everything that you're doing is right when you're supposed to be doing it, when you're lazy, you'll create doubt around that. And you'll start thinking that you haven't manifested because you're lazy. Truthfully, you haven't manifested because you're not ready for it. You're saying you want it, but you actually don't want it yet because you're not doing anything to get it. And that's why you're lazy. You think laziness is the reason you don't get it, but you're lazy because you know it's not time for you to have it yet. You're lazy because you know you don't deserve it yet. I promise you. That's why. Trust me. That is why. Well, thank you, Carrie. Says you love the shirt. Well, go get one. Go to www.betheevolution.org and get you the Rise from the Matrix shirt, family. Made them just for us. Made them just for us, family. In my mind's eye, I can see all of y'all wearing shirts and sending me pictures and screenshots, and I'll be posting them everywhere. That's what I saw. And watch it be. Watch it be. You know? I said, hey, I wanna buy a city, so let me get him something to sell. Let me get him something to buy. Let me get him something to charge me with, right? So they can give me some energy, right? So I can manifest the things I want to manifest. So we've been talking about this Rise from the Matrix thing. So, hey, let me show them this shirt. They go buy this shirt. They get a great shirt out of it. They get the support. They get to be, members of the Rise movement. Get to wear the shirt. We all look alike when we on our live. We all doing our thing. We all let people know about it by wearing the what's her name. And on the flip side, I'll get to manifest this dream for us. Beautiful. Got to start somewhere, family. You got to start somewhere. And I'm not looking at 1 million shirts sold. I'm looking at the next shirt sold. I'm looking forward to the next one of you who buys a shirt. I'm not thinking about selling 100,000 shirts in a month. I'm thinking about getting you the shirt you order. That's it. And I don't need to think about the rest, family. That's how I was when I was in sales. I knew I was supposed to have to sell 100,000 a month, right? I never focused on that. I really didn't. I focused on 4,500 a day. If I could sell $4,500 worth of merchandise a day, I would be at 100K. So what I would do is I would set my goal every day for that number, right? And so what would happen is if I hit the number or double the number, I would just count it as I hit my goal. Well, I wouldn't even count the excess, right? Or the excess. But the next day, let's say I didn't hit the goal, then I would add what I didn't hit that day to the next day. So if my goal is to do 4,500 and I do 2,500, I'm going to be adding 2,000 to my next day. So my next day, I'm going to try to get 6,500. But if I sell $10,000 worth of furniture that day, the next day is 4,500. I'm not going to count that over and say, I'm good today. I made more than enough yesterday. But that's how I goaled it. I thought really small. And first I thought 4,500, but then I said, let me make that even smaller. Let me just think my next customer. That way I'm not with my customer trying to get them to buy 4,500. I'm with my customer getting them the things that they need for their home and making it make sense on why they should get the next thing that they want now. So what I would do is a customer come in saying, I like to get a living room set. I'd say, fantastic. while we're looking for that living room, what's your next purchase going to be? And they may say, I'm going to get a washer and dryer. And I may say, okay, when do you think you'll be ready to make that purchase? They may say a year. It's kind of on its last leg now, but I'm going to wait a year and get it then, you know. And so I'll say something like, you know, we have 5 years, 0% financing. And if you get it today, it'll only be $45 a month, right? And you don't have to wait, because while you're waiting, you're losing water with that washing machine because it's using more water. It's an older model. It's not getting your clothes as clean. And as you said, it's on its last leg, so it's not doing the job. And you've even said it's been ruining some of your clothes. So I'll tell you what I can do for you. I will deliver the washer and dryer to you for free if you get it today while you're getting your living room set. And they'll go, wow, just the extra $15, $20 a month? That's too easy. I was sitting around thinking it would cost way different. No, it wasn't an extra $4,500 that the person bought, but it was an extra thing on the ticket. If they didn't want that, you want some lamps with your living room set? Would you like a floor rug? If you come in looking for a living room set, I'm going to try to, you didn't come in for a floor rug, so I'm going to try to sell you a floor rug, try to sell you a lamp. The more my customers are going out with those extra things, it adds up, because I'm focusing on every little detail instead of focusing on the grand 100,000 a month. And I was the best salesperson in that mug every single month. Every companies will come in to recruit me and hire me. In fact, I moved my family around to several places because people would always pay me huge bonuses to come work for them because I was so good at what I did, but I was so focused and committed. Jamie will tell you, I never left for work mad. Thank you so much, Mike. I never left to go to work angry, even if I didn't feel like going to work. My children have never saw me complain about going to work. I went to work with a good attitude because that was the opportunity that I was able to provide for my children. So I was always thankful for that. You feel me? So I worked my butt off. But I went in there with a good attitude and applied myself. And my customers, when they walked in, they could see they was dealing with a happy person, a genuinely happy person. And they loved working with me. They would light up when they would see me. You know what I mean? Now, people on the sales floor would attribute my sales to my looks or how I dress or how I smelled. And that's simply because I came to work looking good, dressing good, and smelling good. Yeah, I was going to be the flyest person in there. I ain't going nowhere looking crazy. My clothes was always ironed to a T. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't find a wrinkle on me. I was always well shaved. Man, I had socks that'll blow your mind. You know what I mean? We had to be in uniform at work, but my socks was always dazzling. I'm going to blow your mind with my designer socks. Everybody knew that. You know what I mean? And I was going to come to work looking good. I was. And I was going to show them that smile too, and that personality, every bit of that. Because I felt like I'm not selling you a TV. I'm not selling you a living room set. I'm selling you me. You see what I'm saying? And them customers are coming there and love me. And they'll send their friends to come work with me. Before you know it, everybody on the sales floor mad. Why everybody asking for you? Yeah, there'll be hoodies too, family. We're going to have hoodies too. Seriously, man, all the other salespeople were focused on me and not their customer and not their $4,500 a day. And that's why they failed. Because every time they saw me become successful, they would feel bad. They would say, I wish I could sell like that. I wish he wouldn't sell like that. I hate that. That's why I said sometimes people just need to be honest with you and tell you, man, I want you to fail. I'll be honest with you. I be rooting on you to fail, man. I really do. I ain't shit for that. I know, but I can't stand your ass. I can't stand you in success. I don't dislike you, but you supposed to be my friend. But I'll be honest with you, man. I cannot stand when things go your way. Sometimes people just got to be honest and tell you that, because it's the truth. That's why they're hating on you. They can't stand for things to go your way, and they just got to admit that. Like, I'm a hater. I really don't want somebody else that ain't got shit to do with me to do good in life. I really be sitting here mad because somebody is doing some shit in life. Like, I'm really sitting in my house looking at my phone mad because this person got more likes on their picture than me. Like, I'm really mad because someone else is making it happen and I'm struggling. Like, come on, y'all. You gotta admit this. Tell me, you can't. We are all energy, family. You can't tell me you ain't never been that energy. Like, you can't tell me you've never felt that way. Like, you've never hated. Like, you've never been happy at somebody's failure. And you got to ask yourself, why did I do that when I did it? Was it because you were in competition? You wasn't focused on your mission? Ask yourself this. Like, you guys said, hey, man, I've been having trouble manifesting. If you're not really ready and willing to look at all those things that you could be doing, you ain't really ready. I can admit it first. I've been there, right? Especially when you truly start focusing on life. That's when you start seeing everybody else be successful. That shit ain't nice. It ain't. But I'm telling you, the moment you focus on being successful, you start seeing successful people because you're manifesting it. You see who you are. And when you see them, you challenge yourself against them. And that's what knocks you back out of it. I keep telling you, it's like on Grand Theft Auto. As soon as you get a car, that car is, everybody got that car. But you could drive from here to the end of the game and not find that convertible. But the moment you find it or get in that Hummer or that army tank, somebody else got a damn army tank driving up the street. Where you get an army tank? Soon as you get in it, that's when you see somebody else with it. Soon as you start thinking about, I'm really gonna manifest my successful self. That's when you start seeing everybody else be successful. That's the universe's way of showing you that you're on the right track. I'm giving you like steps to grab onto. Because the more you think positive every time you see success, the faster you'll get there. So I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of success so you can feel grateful when you see it. And that's gonna help you stay in positivity, keeping you in high vibrations, which is bringing the high vibrational thing you want to you. But if you start wanting success and then seeing successful people make you turn into doubt and hate, then you're not gonna manifest high vibrations to you because you're a low vibration. And what will you vibrate to you? Depression, right? Jealousy because you compared yourself and came up short. Instead of seeing this person that's further along than you and saying, I'm grateful that the universe brought them across my vision today so I can help manifest. I can take something that I see from them because that helps me see it clearer now. I can ask them some questions about how they got to where they are, and that helped me see it clearer. The universe brought this person across my path so I could get something from them, not throw dirt on them. So who I'm becoming when I see success is exactly why I am or am not getting success. Who am I when I see success? Am I hate or am I joy? If I'm truly joy and I'm high vibration, then the thing that I'm trying to vibrate to me will keep coming to me. But if I'm truly turning negativity, the thing that I wanted, I stopped focusing on. I focused on the negativity, family. And when I focused on the negativity, I only focused on the fact that I was jealous and I started talking about them. And now I'm talking about somebody instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now I'm talking junk about this person instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Don't you see how you're not manifesting to you anymore? It's like you stopped reeling your fish in because you saw somebody else's fish. Just imagine this. Everybody cast their fish out. I'm so thankful right now for that thought dropping in my mind because it's the bomb. Everybody cast their net at the same time. I'm going to be a fisherman. I'm going to be a successful fisherman. So you cast your net, cast your fishing pole. You're turning, you're wheeling right now. Now you can't see your manifestation, but you can feel it sort of. You can feel it. You can feel the weight of it, right? You kind of feel it. All of a sudden somebody else come out of the water with a big ass fish on their line. And here you are like, oh man, they already got their fish. But I can't, look at, well, you ain't got to act out like that taking pictures with the fish. You ain't got to show off with it. All the while you stop wheeling. I'm going the wrong way. I'm wheeling this way. Yeah, all the while you stop whining because you over here looking at them. I mean, I don't like that they showed up the fish with plaid shirt and striped pants on. That's an outdated hat. Where he get that rod? Pause. Right? You sitting here questioning this person. Oh, his fish little. That ain't nothing. Right? Oh, that's his third fish? Dang, he must be using some kind of different bait. All the while you stop and turning. I don't care how loud you hear them screaming in success on the fish they catching. I don't care if they say this Jonah's whale over here. I don't care if somebody say this Free Willy over here. I don't care if somebody say this Finding Nemo over here. I don't care. You keep your mind focused on your pole, pause, and your fish, and you keep wheeling it in, family. Keep wheeling it. Keep drawing it. Keep drawing it. Do not take your mind off of what you're fishing for, what you see, what you feel inside of you. What they're pulling out is for them. Do not be an observer of them. You just keep pulling out your fish. I promise you, it's when you take your eyes off of you that you stop willing. I'm telling you, you stop being willing to do what you're doing. So keep your focus inward on your vision and manifest your steps. Don't be looking for your vision outside of you. Don't even be looking for the steps. The steps come out of you. So you might say, man, I want to be a successful business person who makes $100,000 a year on his own business. Well, first get your business license. First, write a plan. What you gonna sell? Oh, you. Great. I'm glad you said you. How you gonna market it? How are you gonna package you? Because you have something that the world needs. How are you gonna package it? This is what your thoughts should be on, not what that person's doing online on Facebook and how that person dancing their dance and the fish that person caught. It should be that. Thank you so much, gorgeous. Kevin activated my throat chakra. The light went to his crown. Beautiful. I am. Who's ready, family? Who's ready to start manifesting what they see in here into what they can see out here? Who's ready? Yes, Lisa Booker, the steps come out of you. Who's ready, family? Who's ready to manifest from what they know is them in here? Somebody say, I am. I am that which I vision. I am. I truly am that person I see in my mind's eye. That great, magnificent person. Fall in love with that person, family. See that person. Smell them. Feel them. You understand me? Really bring yourself into the awareness and the consciousness of that person that you see, that high vibrational person. And start being accountable to them. Start saving up to be them. Stop making bad decisions. Stop making instant gratification decisions. You're not going to be them if you're not willing to be accountable to your new habits, your new commitments, your new alliances. You are going to prove it to you every single day. I am amazing, absolutely noble. You're going to have to prove it to you every day, family, like everybody else. Thank you so much, Gianelli. Stop wanting handouts. Every time somebody give you a handout, they hand you doubt. You start to believe you can't do it without people. Every time somebody gives you a handout, they are handing you doubt. He who gives a man a fish only eats for a day. Don't let nobody give you nothing without you giving it back. Stop being lazy. Stop being selfish with the universe. Stop taking from people and not replacing what you take from people. Because all that's going to happen is you're going to run into people that's just like you. They're going to take from you and not give back. That's why you're not manifesting too. Because you don't pour back into people who you get stuff from. That's why. If you don't pour into the people who you get stuff from, people are going to steal from you when you start selling stuff. Trust me. You're going to manifest a bunch of people to you who just there to get something from you. Oh, I just want to ask a question. I don't want no consultation. I just want you to take time out of your day and answer my question. I don't want to pay you to talk to you. That's what you're going to get. Thank you so much, Maya S. Thank you so much. Because that's who I got until I started investing in the people who poured into me. And until I started like investing in people who I wanted to talk to and stop trying to get freebies from people, I was surrounded by people who only hit me up with free questions. They'll ask me long questions that really require depth. And if I say, do you want a consultation? Oh no, I'm offended that you would even ask me that. I just wanted you to read my long ass question that I need. It's a real life question. I just want you to take time out of your day, read that, because I know you could be manifesting your own reality. But I want you to take time out of your day and read my long ass question about my personal life. But if you ask me for a consultation, I'm going to unfollow your ass. Okay, well, if you're tired of those people, stop being one of them. Seriously. Anytime somebody pour into you, give them something. Even if it's just a compliment. Even if it's just a like. Stop being selfish. Stop watching videos that empower you and you're not giving people no energy love. All my content creators on here. If you are a content creator, put an 11 on the screen right now. You know what that's like. You see all those views on your video. Nobody comment, nobody like, nobody say a word. And many of those people are empowered by what you're saying and doing. But they don't want you to know. So they won't say a damn word. And their life looks like nobody pouring into them. That's why. See, I comment on your shit and tell you it's dope. I'll comment on it, tell you it's enlightening. See, look at all these content creators on here, family. Don't want nobody to know you support, that you watch every video, that you don't, then they're not going to let you know. Then you're going to have a whole bunch of secret people who are empowered by you and they're not going to tell you a damn word because that's how you are. I promise you, the world is always going to be you. As long as you shucking and jiving, it's going to shuck and jive. As long as you hiding, it's going to hide from you. Deny me, I will deny you, saith the Lord, right? So as long as I'm in denial, I will yet be denied. It's when I pour back into people who pour into my cup, that my cup will be full. I promise y'all, it's unbelievable, but you don't understand it because you haven't truly put it into practice. Y'all go out, come home thinking y'all unattractive because nobody told y'all, but y'all ain't tell nobody else they was attractive. Y'all corny. Thank you so much, Keith Smith. Send me an 11 if that's you. Be honest with the universe. How many of y'all get dressed up, walk outside, know you looking good, and don't get nobody's damn attention? And drive all the way back home thinking, damn, ain't nobody see me? You know why? Because you pretended you didn't see no damn body, and you deserve it. You want somebody to pour into your ass, but you can't pour into nobody else. That's crazy to me. You go out looking for a compliment, then you need to be looking for someone to give a compliment, you moron. I'm going to start calling y'all names because it pisses me off. That these things are right in front of you, but you're so selfish to get it. I'm going to go out here to get a compliment, but I ain't going to compliment nobody. Then, oh my gosh, then the universe saying, F you. You got all dressed up to go out here and embarrass your damn self. Yeah, and you deserve it. Find somebody to pour into if you want to be poured into, you crazy person. Stop it. Life got us like that, man. We wake up and it's nothing but videos that people done worked hard to get information on and enlighten the world with. But y'all get free access to it. So y'all think it's okay to just get free access to it and not say thank you and not share and not say, hey, somebody, look at what I learned today. You think you're contributing to making the world a better place just because you listening? We need y'all to help spread the word, and the world will change much quicker. So you're wondering why I can't manifest my reality, why I won't grow in following, because you refuse to follow people that you like. Your ass be trying to remember who you follow so you can retype it in and see some extra videos because you don't want to be a subscriber. Well, then you won't be subscribed to, moron. It's really funny. It's really funny that you don't get this. It's really funny. Some people hate to give compliments, char. They think they're going to go to somebody's head, like they're going to float a damn way because you told somebody something good about themselves. But you want compliments. Really? Then you will forever only get compliments from people who only want some shit from you. Ain't nobody ever going to give you a genuine compliment because you only compliment people when you want some shit. People who you feel like beneath you, you ain't going to give them no extra time because you feel like they ain't got nothing you want. So everybody who above you going to treat you like you ain't shit. See how that works? You creating the world that you live in by how you treat people. Trust me, people see you. They see you. You're the Truman Show. Everybody watching you, judging you. And they're going to treat you like you treat people. Because that's the universe. Don't want to follow nobody, but you want somebody to follow you. I done seen it, man. People say, I watch all your videos. I meet them in public. They'll run up to me. Bro, I watch all your videos, bro. I follow you, bro. That's dope. Where you follow me, man? I follow you on every platform. I'm going to follow you back. What's your name, bro? Okay, yeah, it's such and such, but that's my other page. I lost my other page. I ain't following you on my new page yet. But I'm going to go ahead and follow you. Man, you've been listening to every video, but you didn't hit follow or subscribe. Why? Why? Well, gorgeous. They said they wanted to manifest. They're watching. I can't let their coming be in vain. Pause. That was so palsy. I can't let them be here in vain. They're here, family. So you got to tell them the truth whether they like you or not. JB paused me. Yo. So family, you want somebody to pour into you, you got to be willing to pour into other people, family. I'm serious, y'all. I'm serious. Lexi says, how did you change your eating habits? I'm having a hard time. Lexi, I really did not want to be my old self. I really said that this is who I am, and I'm not eating for taste anymore. Eating for taste is what got me in that mess. And so let me focus on my health and let me make each healthy meal give me dopamine. And let me work on perfecting my cooking skills because I can make this food taste good. And what you will learn is those diet foods that you're trying to eat, if somebody else made them, a lot of times you will love them. So it's something they're doing to them. So what you need to start doing is just being very creative. Find dopamine, get your dopamine boost by pouring into yourself in your diet. Say, don't worry about how consistent you are with your diet. Pour yourself into making your diet food taste good. And that way you're not worried about how many days you've been on the diet. You're focused on the taste. So just change your view, Queen. And I promise you, you'll unlock a healthier version of yourself. A lot of times it's just, if you've been eating for taste, then work to keep that taste buds up. And as you do that, you will notice that your taste buds, your actual taste buds begin to come back. And vegetables and things like that will begin to taste different and taste better to you, because you'll find that when you've been eating all those GMO foods and bad foods, that it killed your taste buds. And that's why diet foods taste bland. But you'll notice that the more you can stick to those foods, the more your taste buds will wake back up. But in the meantime, try Greek seasoning. That is really good on vegetable products. I don't know what type of diet that you're on, but just begin to look up YouTube videos and try to make that dish better. And I'll tell you something you could even do. You could even record yourself doing them and load them up for other people. It actually could be a blessing in you choosing the diet. That could actually be that. Seriously, you don't have to film yourself or whatever if you don't want to, but that could be something you could consider. hey, I'm going on a diet. I'm going to start filming myself making these recipes. Don't try them at home, but grow with me. And what I'll do is I'll be honest to let you guys know how they taste. I'll let my children taste them, on the camera. And so y'all see me growing. But I'm doing this channel not to be a chef. I'm doing this channel to encourage myself to stay on this diet. And I know if I do this, this will be one of those things that'll help me stay focused on it. And so I follow Kevin Wesley. He tells me to do this type of stuff. I'm gonna take his advice and I'm gonna try that. You know what I mean? And focus on you being a better chef, a better cook for your food, okay? And that's actually gonna make you better overall. You're gonna learn something that your children are gonna learn. And if you can do that, you'll break the generational curse, because that'll be how you eat from here on out. And now that'll be what you feed your children, and they'll now work to create that lifestyle for themselves. So that's what my children do now. I never have to say anything to them about no meat. If they find out meat was in something, they'd be like, I ain't eating it no more. I found out meat was in it. And I'd be like, I'm glad you read it. So sometimes I've brought stuff home where I was so sure it didn't have meat, and they'll read the box because I taught them to. And so even when I drop the ball, my ascendants, better versions of me, they catch it even when I drop it. Trust me, they better than me at this diet stuff, because their life, they mostly know dieting. And dieting is just controlling what you eat, of course, but I spent a lot of my life not controlling what I ate. So my children, when they were young in life, they learned how to diet via myself and Jamie taking the time to do that. And now they will not veer from it. You can't force them kids to eat something that's outside of their diet. They refuse to. And I know that they'll be that way for the rest of their lives. So what that tells me is they'll raise their children that way too. So I have broken a generational curse. And for that, my ancestors will salute me for. No, I'm not a millionaire yet, but that they won't salute me for. You see what I'm saying? But I've changed my children's lives by going within and changing myself. So that's the goal. And I'm very successful, family, in breaking generational curses. You understand? You should meet my children, man. They divine beings. I've never told them they were human. Thank you so much, Gorgeous. She says you're pouring into me. I'm pouring back. Thank you so much, Gorgeous. Absolutely. See, the biggest donation for me right there was her validating that I was pouring into her. Like, stuff like that means a lot to me, because I'm a healer. Like, I want to help people. I want to pour into people. So when people tell me, Kevin, you're helping me, Kevin, you're benefiting me, to me, that's better than money. It's showing me that, that I am manifesting who I want to be, because who I want to be is a healer. Not who I want to be, is who I am, but I am a healer. I am a person who inspires. So I know that if people are validating that truth, then the money and stuff will take care of itself. So again, you don't focus on the money. So anyway, family, I hope you understand the basics to manifestation 101 today. It's keeping your mind focused on your vision and focused on your steps, okay? Your mind's eye should be focused on your vision and your doing. Your biological vessel should be focused on your steps. Bring those into oneness and you will manifest your dreams, family. Do not focus on the thing in the distance. Focus on the thing that's closest to you. The easiest thing to manifest you, focus on that, okay? You know how they tie knots in the rope? Just focus on the next knot. Don't focus on the top of the rope. Just focus on the knot. Pull the next knot to your chest. Pull the next knot to your chest. Then worry about the next knot. Don't worry about the ceiling. Don't worry about the ceiling. Oh my God, you understand that, family? Is that making sense to you? Do not worry about the ceiling, family. You just pull the next knot on the rope to you, because you can trust in that. You can believe that. So what that means is, if it's something that's too far out of your acceptance, the person that you see, if it challenges your belief too much to believe that's you, say you see yourself with millions of dollars, you might say, well, damn, what do I grab onto with that? Try to focus on what you do believe. What is it about the image that you do believe? Okay? Because don't lie to yourself and just try to be any damn thing you thinking in your head, because you could be still living out ideas. See what I'm saying? So you still want to find the thing in it that you do believe. So you can fully be confident and mean what you're saying. Thank you so much, Emerald S. Thank you. Family, if you can do that, you'll manifest your reality, okay? Try to focus on the thing that you believe in. If you say, man, I see this bodybuilder, but I'm gonna focus on my next set. I'm gonna focus on working out and just getting through this workout, you know, because sometimes I doubt that. I doubt if I even have the genetics to do it. Even if I put in the work, will I have the genetics, you know? And so let me just take that out of my mind, because if I think like that, I'm only gonna quit. And while I'm thinking like that, I'm not doing. So I'm only limiting myself. I'm only wasting time being in the drama. So let me settle the drama and let me just do my workout and know that that doubt has nothing to do with my doing. Yeah, so I'm gonna do what I need to do, man, and make it happen. All right, family. I will see you guys on tomorrow rise for the 12th one. But today was 11, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys heard something in here that you can make applicable to your life. I really hope that a lot of you guys who said that you were having trouble manifesting, the next time we talk about this, maybe in a month or so, I'll ask you guys, are you seeing evidence of your manifestations? You know what I mean? And hopefully you guys will have saw a big difference. Many of you guys are saying that just in the 11 days of us doing this, y'all can see a difference. And so as we go out on this live, those of you who are here who say, man, since I started rocking with you on the first one, I can tell a difference. Let me get you guys to say that right now. Admit that for me. Admission of self is your key to the universe. So admit that you are seeing changes in your life, and so the people on here can see that there's something to this, man. These people the people who you're about to witness, family, have been on my life. This is our 11th conversation, our 11th build, and so so a lot of people on here has made all of them, and then some of them have made a few of them. But the people that you see now testifying to truly being able to see glimpses of their manifestations, they have been with me those few days, and they're saying that they can see it that different. They can see a difference already. And that's just in days. This is not talking about months and months or staying focused on your higher self and your vision. This is just days of being focused on yourself and your vision, what you've been able to do and unlocking yourself. Some of y'all getting better at drawing already. Just started back picking it up. Some of y'all getting better at singing because you started back picking it up. Some of y'all getting better at dancing because you started back picking it up. And that's all beautiful, okay? And all those are evidences that you're manifesting that person to yourself. So keep going, family. I'm so proud of myself for continuing to be consistent, for showing myself that I have it in me. I've never been the type of person to get up and go live like this every single day. I'm more of a person who works in spurts. And so this has been quite difficult for me because, you know, I have other things that I do. I'm writing a book too. And so I told myself I'm going to take time out of my day, hour or two every single day, and dedicate it to my YouTube channel and to the supporters and manifest it, man. And so I've been faithful, and I'm very proud of myself for continuing to do that. And a lot of you content creators, y'all know that's not easy, getting up here every single day with hours and hours of information. I don't sit here and shuck and jive, and I'm in constant dialogue and pouring out the whole time, every time. And so many of you guys who have channels and stuff like that, you know that, hey man, it ain't easy every day. Sometimes you don't have it, sometimes you don't feel it, you know, but every single day, man, I've been getting up and doing this, man. And so I'm so proud of me, because this version of me I haven't saw before. And so I'm proving to me that he exists. So, and y'all witnessing it. So I'm not making this up. Y'all are actually seeing me every single day on here doing this. And I told you that I would, family. And so if I'm doing it, I'm human. I'm not human, but we've accepted this term, okay? We here, we are breath, okay? We're having our existence on the same plane. Don't you dare tell me I'm better than you. Don't you dare put it in your mind that I can have something that you can't have. Don't you dare do that. Don't you dare do that. You better believe in you. You better know that if you vibrate these videos to you, then you are of the same cloth. And you're going to do great things that's going to inspire me to even do even more things. You just got to believe in you. Trust me. Trust me. If you're on here, family, you're finding these videos because it's your time too. So as you see me grow, please be growing with me. Please, family. Please. Because if you stay focused on what I'm doing too much, you might not manifest. So every time I come back here, y'all be done went into y'all time too. And some of y'all need to be drawing while you're on this live. Y'all need to be doing those things while you're here if you can do it and stay focused. Teresa, I've been watching you for years, King. You've been a huge blessing and teacher in my life. Thank you. I'm honored, King. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for contributing so long and staying in tune so long. But anyway, family, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you so much. Sways J said, I've been trying to push. Your vids are truly inspiring. Amazing. Make them applicable, family. It's in due time, okay? I love you all, family. Go to www.betheevolution.org and get your consultations. Y'all want to talk with me for an hour? Come and get your consultations, okay? Don't send me no message, no long typed up message like, hey, I'm trying to start my poly union. I got, a person I'm working with, and it's a long story. Then you type all this stuff out and ask me what my take is on your poly relationship. Don't do me like that now. Don't do me like that. Don't be hitting me up asking me for these long drawn out messages and things like that. And when I ask you if you want to talk to me on the phone so we can make it happen, you don't want to put the energy exchange up for it, and you get mad at me for asking you. Don't do me like that. That's cold-blooded, family. Y'all reaching out to me. You're inspired. If don't send me no long question like that, family. I don't do that to y'all, so don't do that. Be willing to get the consultation. You can simply just go to www.betheevolution.org and you can have me on the phone for an hour and ask your questions. Some people understand the energy exchange to being their best self. And some people would rather have shoes on some Jordans on their feet. And that just shows you a lot of where you see your value, and that's fine. Some people would rather have the wallet than the money, and that's okay. Some people would rather have the gas money than the car, and that's fine. That's fine. I've seen people spend $400 for a wallet that they wouldn't have no money to put it in. I can't really blame them because they got their dopamine boost. That was who they were at the time. So if they wouldn't have done that, they would have been miserable. If they would have saved their $400, they would have actually been miserable. So they manifested who they were at the time. So they bought that. You feel me? And you got to think, family. Some people will say, I'm gonna pay $100 for a conversation because that conversation gets me to my best self. Or somebody might say, nah, I'd rather pay $100 for some shoes. And they're not wrong to do that. If that's what gave them their dopamine boost, that's fine. But that should show them in life why they are where they are. You don't want to be rich. You want to have nice shoes. Because if you wanted to be rich, you would have paid that man for $100 for his investment advice. That's what you would have done. But you wanted shoes today. I swear to God, that's why we're not manifesting, family. The moment you truly be accountable to who you want to be, the things you pay for, the things you set your time up on and spend time up on, it will be totally different. People won't understand why you're paying mentors. People will not understand that because they're not there yet. They ain't never thought about paying no mentor. It ain't never crossed their damn mind to pay somebody who been where they've been. They've never thought about that, family. They've only thought about getting an extra turn in Angry Birds. They've only wondered what kind of bird are they on TikTok. What kind of potato are you? Find out if you a 1 through 10 on the attractive scale. That's all they're looking. They'll be on TikTok doing that. That's what they care about. They be holding it up too just so it can judge them too. I did it too. Oh hell, 4. Mine said I was an 8. I still acting like I was let down by it. I was happy as hell to get that 8. I was like, oh! I still tried to look good though. It said I was an 8. I was like, 8. I was like, oh! All right, family. Be evolution, family. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you find yourself. And I want to take the time to read this last comment. Infinite says, I tell myself, you're way sweeter and smarter than the people closest to me would ever let on to me. Right. And something I am still cultivating, and that's to stop playing with myself down. That's right. I like that. I like that. Yours was 9. Okay, a story. Okay. I'm happy for your presence and pouring me the energy I need, Kevin. Peace, brother. I'm honored, Sam. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, family. Thank you, D'Angelo. Thank you, Taiwan. And thank all of you, okay? I see you guys mañana. I see you guys on tomorrow, which will be now, okay? Be evolution, be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it is in that chaos that you have found yourself. Go get your Rise shirts, family, so I can get them shipped out to you ASAP and have them out to you within a week, okay? Peace.